Good morning, pizza people. It is Time Pizza back today with another video, and as you can see by the title of today's video, I will be talking about the current state of My Hero Academia, and I will be talking about how a lot of the fan base of My Hero Academia has been feeling about the series as of late overall, because My Hero Academia, it was once at its very peak where a lot of people were calling it the new headliner of shonen anime, and as the years have gone on, while it still is a big anime and it has a very huge and solid fan base, I feel like as of late that a lot of the fan base hasn't been correlating and loving that manga as much as they once did. And that's not to say that My Hero fell off or anything, right? Because I feel like as the series progresses, I'm not always gonna love it all the time. Series have highs and lows, and I'm sure that if My Hero Academia was already peaking at excitement at one point, then it is going to be able to hit those same peaks and may even surpass them by the time that we get even deeper into the manga with more chapters and more like parts of the series getting explored. But that is not the only thing that led me to make this video, because as time has gone on, especially over the last year, right, My Hero Academia is on its 5th season and it is beginning to get to its latter half of the manga, and My Hero Academia has been dropping multiple movies, so it is a pretty big powerhouse series at this point, right? But the problem has come into play when the series is starting to take a drop in quality in order to produce all of this content. And I think this is where a lot of the problems for My Hero Academia start, because as season 5 of the anime dropped of My Hero Academia, it animated a very important arc that happened in the manga of My Hero, and that arc was the backstory of its main villain, Shigaraki. And within that arc, there were a lot of explosive things that happened, a lot of crazy things that just looked beautiful in the manga because Horikoshi drew it so well. And when it came to how it was animated in season 5, a lot of the fan base was like, yo, this is garbage. And I couldn't help but agree with them, right? Because I feel like if something that quality, those double page spreads in the manga, the way that that manga was so detailed and looked so beautiful, I feel like the anime staff should have put in just as much work to make sure that it was able to develop the art of that scene as much as possible and to show it and display it to as much of an ability as they could. And I feel like they didn't put as much effort as they could have into that. And partly I believe is due to the fact that they were making a movie at the same time as season 5 of My Hero Academia, and that was the My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission movie that dropped in around August of last year, I believe. And people pointed to that as the main reason why the anime of My Hero took such a significant quality drop. And it would be one thing if the anime had always looked like that, but when My Hero has scenes like Deku versus Overall, or Everybody Saving Bakugo, or even All Might's Punch to All for One, and they look as beautiful as they did, people expected when season 5 came around for My Hero Academia to put on some of their best work because they've done it before, and the fans were just left disappointed. And that has led to a lot of people seeing My Hero Academia in a different light, because next season is a big arc for My Hero Academia that's happened in the manga, and it's one of the most hype arcs of My Hero Academia within the whole series. And fans are worried that maybe when this arc gets animated, it's gonna end up mid, because the manga, the way that that arc was drawn, geez, that quality art, back to back week, multiple double page spreads, and people want to see that brought out to its maximum capacity. And I can't speak too much for the quality of the movie as I didn't get to see it, but from what I could gather from reviews and from some friends that saw it, it wasn't as hype or as cool as the other My Hero Academia movie, and it wasn't as interesting for the fan base and felt like almost such a waste of time compared to a lot of the stuff that was going on in season 5. But I can't really speak on the movie, so I'm gonna leave that there, and I feel like you should all go check out the movies and form your own opinion, because some of y'all may like that My Hero Academia movie. At least it has good animation where season 5 doesn't. Now, on to the manga right of My Hero Academia. Those who don't want to get spoiled, feel free to click off here, but please like, comment, and subscribe if you saw this first portion of the video and you agreed with some of my points. But the manga of My Hero Academia, for a lot of readers, people feel it's almost irrelevant and almost a bore from a lot of the other stuff that we've gotten within the manga, because as I mentioned earlier in the video, right, My Hero Academia had a gigantic war arc, a gigantic arc that happened earlier in 2021 and in 2020, I believe, and it was one of the craziest arcs I've ever seen. Like, Horikoshi put everything into that, and now we're past that arc, and we've had some crazy stuff since then, like with Deku going like rogue and doing his own thing and all that, and we've led up to this current arc where we're getting another weird mini war arc, and it feels so weird and just a weird place for the series to be in after coming off something so huge. And it feels like the series isn't knowing how it's gonna end or where it's gonna go at this point, because Deku has unlocked so much stuff with his quirk and all that, that it almost feels like the series is rushing towards an end, or it's not setting up the ending as good as it should be. But as I also mentioned earlier in the video, I feel like Horikoshi has his moments where he peaks in writing with My Hero Academia, and so I guess with that, I am trying to give him the benefit of the doubt and feeling that after this arc that My Hero Academia has potential to get a lot better and go back to the higher quality of writing that I am used to with that manga. I'm not saying it's bad now, but it's definitely not as good as it always has been. It almost feels like a sleeper a little bit, and it gets to the point that I do end up letting this series stack a little bit, because it's not banging like it used to, and I don't feel the need to keep a week back to back. I have recently caught up, and it is an interesting arc that we're in right now, but it definitely isn't the same amount of My Hero gas that I'm used to. And I've seen a lot of my friends that read My Hero Academia agree with me and say that they felt the same way, and that My Hero Academia isn't at its peak. And with that, I feel like My Hero just needs a couple more arcs and a little bit more development in certain areas in order to build up my hype for that manga again. And I'm not saying I don't love My Hero, because I always will, but I do wish that the manga was just a tad bit better. I'm not loving this arc right now, I'll be honest, and I'm not liking the setup of how we got to it, and I've been kind of bored since Deku has gotten back to UA. But otherwise though, I do feel like after a couple more chapters, and I want to give Horikoshi a little bit more time to push the manga back into gear, and I don't doubt Horikoshi, because he's done it before and he will do it again. But pizza people, I want you to let me know how you feel about the quality of My Hero Academia as a series so far. I've kind of let this video get a little bit too long. I was rambling a little bit. Let me know if you agree with some of my points, and let me know how you feel about the current state of My Hero Academia. Until next time, my name is Time Pizza, and I will see you pizza people later. Peace.